Okay, this video is going to show a quick way that you can swap out gear items using the UI in Everquest and not having to open your bags to do it. So um, again, if you've seen my videos in the past, I mentioned several times that I just play one class. I play a monk and I do a lot of moloing. I do whatever I can by myself. If there aren't people on considering my play hours or whatever. So here on the left side of my screen on my cursor, I have I have the two different NOS raid belts that I can swap out. If you see these two items, it's going to require, the gear swapping is going to require that you not use one bag. So you can see that you can make it out. I know that it looks a little small. You can make it out, but that button looks exactly like my belt button. So I can swap between a slow, like if I'm playing for myself, especially in like tier 2 Knights of Shadow, just me and my merc, and I'm trying to spawn a named or kill named or whatever, the crippling slicer, the slow, that procs pretty fast on a named. So I can have that built in, and as soon as I see that slow come up on the mob or on a named mob, it lasts 7.5 minutes, and I can just easily swap to my Boon of the Cirrus overdrive punch belt for more damage. It's a minor thing, and this would only benefit someone that is not in a group with slowers, with a slower, or can't slow themselves, or doesn't have a tank. Basically, if you're playing by yourself and you're playing a class that can't slow, doing that would help you. But also, you can use it for you could use it to swap out a TBL item that has like a mitigation that you want. Say your guild was going back to do some TOV raids, or a lot of the TOV raids, there's a pretty significant ice damage dot you get, and you could have one TBL, one of the evolving items, the boots, gloves, ring. I'm still using the ring, or yeah, boots, gloves, ring, and I forget the other item. I have them all, shoulders. You can swap one of those out that has a ice damage, dot mitigation. There's some ones from the Burning Lands that have a fire dot mitigation, or a chance to avoid the fire dot. So you could have, you know, an inventory spot. It's going to require to use one less bag, but there's just so many ways to store things now between key rings and trade skill depot, Dragon's Hoard. You don't have to have your bags are probably just as empty as my bags are now. But yeah, you could have the TBL shoulders in there, and you could have the fire mitigation and the ice mitigation in there for, I don't think there's anything you would really need them in for raiding this expansion, but it could be something you do if you're not doing it for the belts. But that's one way to swap out gear items. And in order to do that, all you need to do is empty the slot and then hold down left click, and then you can put that on your hotbar. So that'll be that slot now. And that's how you put an empty space on your bar. Same thing with any inventory slot it is. You just hold down left click and put it there. So yeah, just wanted to show that real quick. That's the way I play. I figured that out specifically, because I wanted to swap out my belts, and you don't want to have to open your bags, turn on your inventory, swap out your belt. That's going to take too much time, especially if you're doing it repeatedly for every mob. Trying to molo just NOS tier 2 trash to spawn a placeholder or to spawn a name, just killing the trash can be pretty difficult, you know, by yourself. So as a solo monk, it can become rather difficult. So and for expansions in the past, you know, tier two, the second tier has always been significantly harder than the first tier. So I figured I figured out doing that through my UI, you know, years ago. Um, but yeah, there might be someone out there that didn't realize they could swap their belts so easily that way or another item. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.